Hello everyone, now let us discuss about the previous GPAT questions of 2020 and 19 of PPPK, Biopharmaceutics and Pharmacokinetics. The first question is, the complexation of quinine with hexyl salicylic acid is an example of absorption by, and the options are ion pair transport, facilitated diffusion, penocytosis, and convective transport. We all know that drugs like propranolol and quinidine show good absorption when they are paired with oleic acid and hexyl salicylic acid respectively. So, the example of complexation of quinine and hexyl salicylic acid is an example of ion pair transport. So, the answer is ion pair transport. The next one is human serum albumin. What is the molecular weight of human serum albumin? And the answer is 65,000. Next one are drug products that contain same therapeutic moiety but as different salts, esters and complexes are called as pharmaceutical alternatives. Pharmaceutical alternatives are the drug products that contain same therapeutic moiety but as different salts, esters or complexes. For example, tetracycline phosphate and tetracycline hydrochloride equivalent to 250 mg tetracycline base are considered pharmaceutical alternatives. That is, they contain same therapeutic moiety but different salts, esters or complexes. So the answer is pharmaceutical alternatives. Coming to next question, the polymorphs exhibit different properties. Usually polymorphs exhibit different properties except. So what is one property that polymorphs are similar? We all know that polymorphs show different solubilities, melting points and their X-ray diffraction patterns and crystal patterns are different. The only thing that is common in polymorphs is their chemical structure. So the answer is chemical structures. And which of the following will result in very closest value of glomerular filtration rate? GFR. We all know that inulin clearance is the most appropriate closest value for glomerular filtration. So the answer is inulin clearance, and because it is a tedious process, in general, clinically creatinine clearance is used. But inulin clearance is very closest value to the glomerular filtration rate. So the answer is D. So amorphous solids are usually isotrophic, hence the wrong statement here is usually they are anisotropic, which is wrong in case of amorphous solids. So the option is A. Coming to next question, the drug concentration between minimum effective concentration MEC and the maximum safe concentration is called as therapeutic range. The drug concentration between minimum effective concentration and the maximum safe concentration is called as therapeutic range. Next question is ion trapping. Ion trapping is an important process in drug distribution with potential therapeutic benefits, and it is defined as the basic definition of ion trapping is an acidic drug will accumulate more on the basic side and the basic drug will accumulate more on the acidic side of the membrane. Usually across the cell membrane, acidic drugs will accumulate more on the basic side of the membrane and the basic drugs will accumulate more on the acidic side of the membrane. This is called as ion trapping. And this phenomena is used for therapeutic benefit. So the option is B. An acidic drug will accumulate on more on the basic side of the membrane and a basic drug more on the acidic side. The next question is, phase solubility analysis curve is not a good tool for. We all know that phase solubility studies or analysis are employed in polymorph detection, impurity detection, and complex formation. And the phase solubility analysis curve is not a good tool for bioavailability determination. So the option is B. And for drug substances with highly variable pharmacokinetic characteristics, the following bioequivalence study design are used. For drug substances with highly variable pharmacokinetics, replicate design bioequivalence study is used. So the option is D, replicate design. The next one is, following technique is used to determine the amount of drug bound to a protein. This comes from the protein binding chapter. So usually for the determination of protein binding, there are two methods, direct methods and indirect methods. So coming to indirect methods such as equilibrium dialysis, dynamic dialysis, ultrafiltration, diafiltration, ultracentrifugation, and gel filtration, they are used to determine the amount of the drug bound to protein. Hence, the option is A, equilibrium dialysis. It is an example of indirect techniques for the determination of protein binding. And next one is, when two brands of drug product give same clinical results, it is termed as. The answer is therapeutic equivalence. So drugs are considered to be therapeutic equivalents only if they are pharmaceutical equivalents and if they can be expected to have same clinical effect. That is the basic definition. So the drugs that are expected to have same clinical effect and safety profile are called as therapeutic equivalents. So the option is A, therapeutic equivalence. Next question. In case of one compartment open model IV infusion, the steady state concentration CSS is equal to, we all know that, the option is infusion rate by clearance, R naught by CTL, CLT, infusion rate by total clearance. The steady state concentration in case of IV infusion, one compartment open model, the steady state concentration can be determined by infusion rate, that is nothing but R naught by total clearance. The option is D, infusion rate by clearance. Which polymorphic form of the drug candidate has highest melting point? We all know that the stable polymorphic form of the drug has highest melting point and least aqueous solubility. The metastable form is most aqueous soluble, and the stable form, it has highest melting point and it has least aqueous solubility. So the polymorphic form of a drug candidate which has highest melting point is the stable form. So the option is D. Coming to next question, the volume of blood that flows per unit time per unit volume of a tissue is called as its perfusion rate. So this is the definition for perfusion rate. The volume of blood that flows per unit time per unit volume of a tissue is called as perfusion rate. Acetyl salicylic acid is better absorbed in stomach because it is, we all know that acetyl salicylic acid is a weak acid. And generally very weak acids or weak acids, they remain unionized or non-ionized in the gastric pH. Hence, they are better absorbed in stomach. So acetyl salicylic acid, as it is a weak acid, it is better absorbed in stomach because it remains non-ionic or unionized in gastric acid. So the option is A, because it remains non-ionic in gastric acid. So protein binding of a drug helps in it can help in the distribution. It has got significance in distribution. It has got significance in prolonging the half-life, and because protein-bound drug is pharmacokinetically and dynamically inert, it limits the metabolism. So all the above is the answer. Protein binding of a drug helps in distribution, prolonging the half-life, and limiting the metabolism. So all the above. Which of this cytochrome is responsible for drug metabolism? We all know that cytochrome 450, CYT 450 is responsible for majority of the drug metabolism. So the option is C, CYT 450. Alkaline drugs are better absorbed in proximal part of the small intestine. Acidic drugs are better absorbed in stomach, whereas alkaline drugs are better absorbed in intestine, and that too especially alkaline drugs are better absorbed in the proximal part of the small intestine. So the option is B, proximal small intestine. The next question is, drugs mostly cross biological membrane by dash mechanism. We all know that 95% of the drugs, they mostly cross cell membrane by passive diffusion. So the option is B, passive diffusion. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for further videos on GPAT.